On 12th August 2026, the United States Attorney General personally walked up to a podium in Washington, D.C. and announced what he called one of the largest marriage fraud prosecutions in U.S. history. 11 people got arrested, more than 1,000 fake marriages, a decade-long scheme, and tens of millions of dollars changing hands. Now, the people charged in this case are not Indian. This was primarily a scheme involving Chinese nationals, but here is why every single Indian couple working toward a marriage-based green card needs to sit up and pay very close attention. Why? Because the consequences of this case are going to fall on everyone, including Indians. Today we'll tell you exactly what happened and what it means for you. Namaskar, I'm Neha Upadhyay and this is Ecos Global. Department of Justice USCIS and the US Attorney for the Southern District of New York confirmed that between at least 2016 and July 2026, 11 defendants, all based in New York, orchestrated a nationwide and international marriage fraud network. The network arranged more than 1,000 sham marriages between foreign nationals, primarily Chinese citizens and American citizens. The foreign nationals paid up to $100K for a fake marriage, and the Americans who agreed to participate got paid up to $30,000 each in cash. The operation was based in New York City, but the fake marriages were arranged across the entire country. Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Florida, and even internationally in China and the Pacific Island in China. This was not a small side operation. This was an organized business with facilitators, recruiters, assistants, marriage officiants, tax preparers, attorneys, insurance providers. All working together to make fake marriages look real. Now let's talk about how they made it look real. USCIS is now increasing scrutiny on all marriage-based green card applications, including legitimate ones. The network went to extraordinary lengths to make these fake marriages look genuine. Couples who often met for the very first time just before getting a green card, before getting a marriage license, would stage elaborate wedding ceremonies, full banquets, photographs, guest list. They would create fake evidence of shared lives, shared address, joint bank accounts, insurance policies, tax returns filed jointly. Everything that USCIS asks for, when reviewing a marriage-based green card application. Everything that a real couple would have, they manufactured it all, and for nearly a decade, it worked until it did not. So why this affects Indians so much and why Indians need to pay attention? See, this was primarily about Chinese nationals, but here is what happens in the immigration system after a case like this. When prosecutors expose a massive marriage fraud scheme, USCIS responds by increasing scrutiny on every single marriage-based green card application, not just suspicious ones, all of them. Officers get more skeptical, interviews get longer, questions get more detailed, and the bar for proving your marriage, generally goes up. For everyone, including Indian couples who are completely legitimate, who have been together for years, whose marriages are absolutely real, but who now have to navigate a system that is understandably more suspicious than it was before. And here is the specific concern for Indians. Many Indians' marriages are arranged marriages. The couple may not have known each other for years before marriage. They may not have lived together before the ceremony. They may not have, hundreds of shared photographs from years of dating. And when USCIS officers, fresh off investigating 1,000 fake marriages, see an arranged marriage, they may ask harder questions than before. Now here is something that affects Indians directly right now. USCIS has already, even before the case, moved to mandatory in-person interviews for virtually all marriage-based green card applications. No more exemptions, no more processing on paper. You and your spouse will sit across from a USCIS officer who will ask detailed questions about how you meet, when you first spoke, what your spouse family is like, what your daily routine looks like together, what your home looks like, where you keep your clothes, what side of the bed your spouse sleeps on. These are real questions that USCIS officers asked, and after a case like this, where couples met for the first time just before the marriage license, those questions are going to get even more detailed, even more probing, even more skeptical. So what you need to prove? You need to be able to prove beyond any reasonable doubt that your marriage is genuine, not just that it is legal, genuine. That means documents, as many as you can gather: joint bank account statements, joint lease or mortgage, joint insurance policies, tax returns filed together, photographs from before the marriage, during the marriage, and after the marriage. So these are the things that you need to collect as documents and as evidence, so that you can tell the USCIS that your marriage is not just legal but it is genuine as well. So I think these are the things that you need to keep in mind, and if you have any questions, any queries, and if you're confused about anything, let me know in the comment section. That's all in this video. See you in the next one. Till then, this is me, Neha Upadhyay, signing off.